Hoy vamos a hacer un arroz apastelado. Ay, mamá, mira qué delicioso es este arroz. Mira todos esos gandules, pedazo de carne, la masa de guineo y la hoja de guineo. Ay, Dios mío, esto va a ser, pero te digo que esto va a ser de otro mundo. Quédense aquí para que vean cómo yo voy a preparar este arroz. Welcome back to my channel. Bienvenido a mi canal. This is the Cooking Chronicles. I'm Ingrid, and today I'm gonna make a delicious arroz con gandules, but with a twist. I don't know if you all know what pasteles are. Pasteles is basically, it's like similar to a tamale, where we, instead of using corn, we're using green bananas along with other root vegetables to make a dough. And with that dough, we stuff it with meat, and then we wrap it up in a banana leaf and we boil it or bake it, and it is just so delicious. We use it as a side dish along with arroz con gandules. Gandules are pigeon peas. And so what we're doing is kind of deconstructing the pastele, mixing it with the rice so that everything is all together in one pot, causing a delicious culinary explosion in your mouth. So what I'm gonna do is I've used some achiote, which is achiote oil, which is with annatto and oil heated so that it can bring out and give the food some coloring. I've also added some pork cubes, some sofrito, some sazon, some adobo, a little bit of chicken bouillon and ham flavored bouillon. Use this for your rice because it's going to infuse such a delicious flavor when making your arroz con gandules. So we're going to let the rice cook. The meat. We're going to make sure that the meat is thoroughly cooked. I'm also adding in some olives and alcaparrados with some pimientos marrones, which is those red peppers. And I'm also adding in some adobo. You're going to give the meat a nice mix, blend all of those flavors in, and you're just going to let this cook on medium-low heat until the meat is thoroughly cooked. All right, and then we're going to come back and we're going to add in some chicken stock, and that is what we're going to use to cook our rice. Yo te voy a decir algo, que este arroz está a otro nivel, ¿ok? Especialmente cuando no tiene el tiempo para estar haciendo y guayando para hacer pasteles, especialmente si no tiene la máquina, pero tienes el deseo de comerte un pastel bien bueno con un arroz con gandules. Mira, te digo, this is the way to go. All right, and I'm loving that I'm able to speak my Spanglish and I'm able to really show my roots here on my channel. I'm so glad that I'm able to share with you how I cook for my family. So now that the meat is properly cooked, we're gonna use about 4 cups of the chicken broth or chicken stock, whatever you have, and then we're gonna add in our pigeon peas, and then we're gonna add in about 2 cups of rice. Then we're going to take about 4 bananas. Vamos a usar 4 guineos, and we're going to peel them, and then we're going to take out our grater, y ahí es que vamos a empezar a guayar los guineos. Solamente necesitamos 4 por la cantidad de arroz que vamos a hacer. We only need about 4 bananas because of the quantity of the rice that we're making, but of course the more rice you make, the more bananas you're going to need. And so we're going to peel them. We want to make sure that we wash them thoroughly, and then we're going to begin to grate them so that it can make the masa. So it's kind of like a dough. We call it masa in Spanish. Si a ti te gusta lo que tú estás viendo, por favor, dale un like, suscríbete para mi canal y por favor, dale un toquecito a la campana para que cuando yo tenga otro video que yo voy a someter para arriba, ustedes pues pueden estar alertas para que puedan ver las recetas que yo estoy compartiendo aquí en mi canal. Take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. And if you like what you see, please leave a comment down below so I can hear or read all about your thoughts. So now that we have made the masa, I like to season the masa because, Puerto Rican food is always filled with a lot of flavor that we call criolla or criollo, right? We want the food to be bien sabrosa, meaning we want it to be very tasty. And so we're gonna add in a little bit of salt. Of course, we're gonna add in another packet of sazon because we want to give the guineo some color, and then we're gonna set it aside. Now I have some banana leaves, and this is crucial. Esto es bien critical para tener esta hoja de guineo. And it's also important that you wash these leaves thoroughly, because this is what we're going to use to cover our rice before placing the lid. This is also going to give the rice flavor. It's going to give that pastel feel to it as well. Normally, when we prepare the pasteles, we use these banana leaves to wrap the pasteles in. And again, it's just to give it that added flavor of that banana, that green banana taste. One thing I forgot to mention, once you add your rice to the water, you do not need to mix it. Please do not stir the rice occasionally, because that's going to cause your rice to become what we call mogollao. That means it's going to become like the sticky rice, and it's really not going to be good. And really, for me, arroz que está mogollao is not edible at all. So you're just going to let the rice absorb all of the liquid. Then you're going to stir it one time. And after stirring it that first time, this is when you are going to place your masa on top of the rice. And you're just going to pour all of that batter on top of the rice. And you're just going to smooth it out so that it can cover the entire pot of rice at the top. So you don't want to see any rice at all. The rice should not be visible. It should just be all covered with the banana batter, or la masa de guineo. I love the color of the batter. Is not too reddish. Is just the right amount of color. And so once you have covered all of the rice with the masa, you're gonna get the banana leaves. Now I purposefully let the banana leaves, I let it stay a little wet. Normally I would dry them, but for this case, for the rice, adding a little bit of more moisture will allow to help steam the top of the banana so that it can thoroughly cook. I'm placing another banana leaf because I want to make sure that the entire rice and banana masa is covered. You're going to place the lid back on, and you're going to let it cook for about another 5 to 10, I'm going to say about 10 to 12 minutes on low. Once that time has elapsed, and for the sake of time, I went ahead and fast forwarded. Once you see, look how beautiful this masa looks. You're going to go ahead and you're going to give another, you're going to stir your rice in. Now the masa is not completely cooked, but it will cook once you give it a stir and you mix it in with your rice, because the whole point of this arroz is to have, you know, pieces of the masas within the rice. Okay, this is how it's just so delicious. But if you want, you could leave the masa completely at the top and just serve, but I prefer to have a piece of everything. Once I serve it and I'm gonna eat it, I want to taste everything all at once. Once you stir it, you're gonna cover it back up with your banana leaves. You're gonna place the lid, and you're gonna leave it for an additional 5 minutes on low heat. You do not want the bottom of the rice to burn, although we love some concon, but we don't want it to be totally burned. And so aquí está, mis amigos. There you have it. This is the rice. It is so delicious. I'm telling you, it is packed full of flavor. You can use a ramekin to just kind of shape your rice, and you can serve this with any protein of choice, any a pastel on the side, some ribs, whatever like I have here, or a stuffed potato relleno de papa. That's all for now. See you in the next video.